In recent years, South Korea has seen a surge in feminist activism, with the rise of 4B movements challenging traditional gender norms and advocating for women's rights. 4B, or the Four No's, is a feminist movement which originated in South Korea in 2019. Its proponents renounce dating men, marriage, having sex with men, and children. Today I hit the streets of Seoul to ask Korean women what they think of the 4B movement and also if it's a big thing in South Korea. 4B, 피온, 비출산, 데레레. 혹시 알고 계신가요?
몰랐어요. 저는 별 생각 없는데.
사이비.
아니 사이비 아니고 사비 운동. 데레레.
들어는 본 것 같아요.
As a young Korean, I heard a lot about that.
Yeah, I do know of it since a few days ago because it's been going around on TikTok. It's like basically not having children, not getting married, not having sex with men, not going on dates with men. Essentially, that's what it means. I've never heard of that term itself, but like obviously feminism and feminist groups do exist in Korea.
Can you please educate me on what feminism is?
Feminism is about talking about all the alternatives than current patriarchy. It's been a really long society where gender roles are defined based on their assigned gender, like, typical father-mother roles, and from all the other members. 4B and radical feminists, they go really deep in rethinking about equality. Like women should, they should get married, they should give birth to next generation, that they're saying that, hey, we don't have to, or they're going further, that we should not.
본인의 생각으로 그 한국 여성들이 몇 %가 참여하나요, 적극적으로?
그건 잘 모르겠어요. 아무래도 아직까지는 사람들이 고정관념이 있어서 그거에 대해서 뭔가 열려 있거나 그렇지는 않은데 점점 더 사람들이 그거에 대해서 옹호도 하고 점점 많아지는 것 같아요. 그런 운동에 대해서.
If I ask to my friends, like, are you gonna marry in the future, right? Then they usually say, no, actually. They value their own priorities. If they have a boyfriend or girlfriend or, a lover, like technically they have a relationship, but they don't want to marry like in the future. That's point in Korea nowadays.
저는 요즘 친구들 의견을 잘 모르겠지만 제 주변에 좀 어느 정도 나이가 있고 그리고 사회에서 자리를 잡고 계신 여성분들은 그래도 연애도 하고 섹스도 하고 결혼도 하고 싶고 아이도 낳고 싶으신 분들이 아직까지는 대부분이에요, 저한테는.
As a Korean woman, is the 4B movement actively practiced in Korea?
I would say on the whole, no. I can only speak for myself and my personal group. Well, also I consume a lot of Korean, just general media, obviously, because I live here. It really hasn't been talked about in the news much at all. I feel like the feminist groups that was all over the news, it kind of peaked in 2020. And then after that, it hasn't been in the news cycle as much. Really, it hasn't as much. And I even saw this on an online forum. There was a big feminist website. It was a community called Megalia. And at the peak of their popularity, they were the ones really pushing for, hating men and all of this. I actually saw on one of their forums that the owner of Megalia, she actually recently got married to a man. So, it's really, people believe what they want to believe, but it's really a small portion of the Korean population. Most people are in the category of wanting to find a partner and settle down.
Why do you think the Korean society don't actively support feminist movements in general, either radical or the 4B?
Like always we are facing survival issues. We have experienced a really, really rapid economic growth and a lot of political dynamics and changes within generations. Like my grandpa, he came from North Korea when we were under Korean War. And it's all same to other Korean, having a lot of different generational gaps in just one family. So our society is just a mixture of a lot of pain, growth, glory, shame, and a lot of things here. So I think feminism movements here, for me personally, it's really surprising because I haven't expected it to grow like this.
Do you think the movement has an effect on the Korean low birth rate?
No birth rate. I have an older brother. He married 4 years ago, and they decided not to have a baby because they actually enjoying their life themselves, and they don't want to make
more like money for babies, because in Korea to have a baby costs a lot. It may be related to feminism, but for me, it's more related to economically.
비출산 같은 부분은 이미 익히 알려진 부분이라고 생각해요. 일단 여성들의 커리어에도 타격이 가는 게 맞고, 그리고 출산을 한다는 것은 일단 여성의 몸, 여자가 출산을 하는 거기 때문에 여성의 몸에도 큰 타격을 입고, 그리고 아까 말했던 것처럼 커리어, 그리고 이 출산을 한다는 것이 다 이제 자본이 들어가야 하는 것이잖아요. 그리고 최근에 있는 뉴스들을 보면 이제 아이가 가난해서 왕따를 당하는 경우가 있거든요. 그래서 그런 부분에 있어서도 여성들이 많이 고려를 하는 것 같아서, 그래서 비출산으로 가는 게 아닌가 하는 생각이 듭니다.
없지 않아 조금의 영향이 있다고 보긴 해요. 아직까지 약간 이 출산을 하면 여자들한테 오는 불이익이 어느 정도 사회에 좀 미치기 때문에 그거에 대해서 약간 for B 말씀하시는 것처럼 그게 더 이렇게 여성분들의 인식이 강화가 되지 않았나 그렇게 생각을 합니다.
저출산율이 낮다고 생각하시나요? 그 운동 때문에?
아니요, 전혀 상관은 없다고 생각해요. 저출산은 저출산이고 이거는 그냥 자기가 사랑하는 사람과 함께하는 연애니까 아무 상관이 없다고 생각합니다.
근데 너무 다양한 접합된 문제가 많은 것 같아서 여성뿐만의 문제가 아니라 정책적으로도 아직 너무 아이를 낳고 기르는 데는 돈이 너무 많이 드는데 뭔가 정책적인 지원이 현실적이지 않다거나 이런 다양한 문제가 복합적으로 이루어져서 영향이 있는 것 같아요.
Maybe I should say no, because in Korea we're currently facing a lot of suppressions from the current society, and a lot of women and men are really hesitating to call themselves out as feminists. So I should say like 4B movement or feminist movement here is not really supported by the majority. So if you say the general situation that giving no birth, I guess it should come from just the general society's deterioration. So maybe I think that's just a kind of marketing agenda. It's for the current situation. So yeah, just society is just already fucked up. No one, even anti-feminists, they are not thinking the future here. So we are not thinking the future here.
What people get misunderstand about Korea, yes, the birth rate is the world's current lowest birth rate in the world. That is not because of the 4B movement or feminism. It's literally primarily because people can't afford to look after themselves. It's economic reasons. The price of buying a house, average cost of a house in Seoul is $1 million, while the average salary is about $34,000. So it's really, really impossible to just even find basic housing for yourself, let alone try to look after a baby. So that is the reason why the birth rate is that low.
If you don't mind me asking, are you for the movement or against the movement?
It's really hard to tell because I am personally not thinking of giving birth, but I am, indifferent to getting married. And I am calling myself a feminist. But I also have mixed feelings because I have a lot of queer friends and I'm also queer. So their, theoretical or movement stance sometimes are quite neglecting or rejecting queer and other minorities. But if you ask me, do you know radical feminism or do you support them? Maybe I should say yes, I support them and I want to, hold hand in hand and then we go movement together. Even if sometimes we go, separate, I should still say that, hey, we are together because we are against the patriarchy's current system.
As a Korean woman, what are your thoughts on the 4B movement?
So, obviously people are free to do whatever they want to do with their lives. If you want to not get married, not have children, that is everyone's choice. But from my experience, since being a Korean woman and living here, I've attended more weddings this year than I've ever had. I'm also getting invitations to new weddings. A lot of people are thinking around me, around my age, wanting to start a family. And I think it's nice that people want to start, move up in their lives and go into the next chapter of their lives. So I respect people, whatever they want to do. I don't have any particular feelings about it. But yeah, when people are saying that, oh no, 4B should be encouraged and women should, whatever from beliefs what they may have about men and stuff. They're saying like you guys should all follow the for beef movement. I just don't think I agree with that necessarily.
안녕하세요. 일단 자연스럽게 많은 사람들을 만나다 보면 사랑에 빠지는 거 당연할 거고 사랑에 빠지면은 당연히 섹스도 할 거고 그리고 결혼도 하게 될 거고 그냥 솔직하게 자연의 순리라고 생각해요. 근데 그거를 자기한테 불이익이 온다고 약간 피해자처럼 말을 하니까 그건 솔직히 안 좋게 볼 수밖에 없죠.
How about you? Like, do you want to have babies in the future? Do you want to get married in the future?
Yeah, I want to marry in the future, and and I actually want to have babies in the future too. So yeah, because my like ultimate and final goal is to make a very good family as my family. So yeah, that's my goal.
That's beautiful. I hope you actually like achieve your goals.
It's not only about female getting disadvantaged, but also we're always saying that males are also under the man box and they're not also free. So we are saying that we have to think about a newer society that everyone can be themselves.
Most people, there's nothing wrong with wanting to love and be in love. And, the world is a hard place already. Instead of spreading hate and hate messages, I think it's just let people do what they want to do.
What type of Korean men should you avoid when dating in Korea?
There are bad men and bad people in anywhere parts of the world, in any country, any city. I think you just should learn how to feel them out. Or I think before you get married to anyone, you should at least have a couple of arguments with them just to see how they are when they get angry, how you resolve conflicts together. If they are very arrogant and stubborn and they just refuse to, compromise with you, then obviously I don't think they make a good partner.
Hope you're enjoying the video. I started a channel membership and I'd love for your support as it helps me continue creating these videos. See you in the next video.